feel like I just got done talking about all of this stuff, and I heard.
Yeah.
Oh my. There's a lot to unpack, ladies and gentlemen. There is a lot to unpack. First off, let's just get this shit out of the way. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to LR Mornings today with Kyle and
Brian.
And for those of you that don't know, last night Disney gave their response, sort of, to Warner Brothers. But Disney definitely showed a lot off, and we live broadcast the Investor Day event where they announced things that shocked us, things that we knew about. I mean, it was really crazy, but the one of the most awesome things for it all was the fact of how much Star Wars stuff that LRM Online and others, KRT, Daniel Rickman and some others, had scooped. How much we got right on the money, not even counting our Star Wars Mandalorian season 2 stuff that Cam and I have gotten. But guys, before we can get into to all of it too much, I gotta know, Brian, were you blown away by what you learned last night?
Yes. There were genuine, absolute, shocking surprises. Yeah,
now,
I was.
Hold on.
Okay.
Were there any bad, shocking surprises?
Were there any what?
Bad, shocking surprises?
Oh, was there? Yeah, sort of. There was some stuff. I'm not gonna say what, but Marvel's doing some things, and I'm just like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
So I will say, yeah, there were a few things I wasn't that thrilled with.
Yep, and I think I know what we're gonna talk about, but let's break down one of the most important things that they both said and did not say. First and foremost, there are no changes to any movie release dates. No changes. We're not seeing Black Widow until May. I'm gonna get there, but that, like, I'm pissed. I'm pissed, but not only that, but they are leaving in place the Disney Premier Access format for their movies, which will be some of them, not all of them, are Premier Access. They came out and said it's gonna be very flexible, case by case, but I can see a lot of 2021 movies being Premier Access. But Brian, you and I said that there needed to be some fucking money made, but this is a per purchase or per movie purchase. It sounds like. What's your response on that?
That was probably the most surprising thing about the whole event, is the fact that, yeah, that was their answer. Their answer was, well, we're going to maintain this theatrical schedule, and depending on the state of events, like you said, case by case, we will charge you for the films. It's going to come down to price, I think. That $29.99 is just not looking good. I'll be honest. The first film they announced, that animated film, the film looks pretty cool, actually. But I don't know if I'm going to spend $30 on it, to stream it. And I think it's going to depend on the theater situation. I said in a previous podcast, My city doesn't have an open theater right now. None.
Right.
I'd have to go to another city.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking, imagine a scenario where Black Widow comes out, they're not offering it online, and it's going to be limited seating. What theaters are open are going to have maybe, social distancing. So in other words, it may be difficult to actually even physically see a film in a theater.
For some people.
For some people. And so I don't know. But they were probably smart in not exactly committing completely either way, I don't know.
It's iffy. It's weird. It's, oh God, I don't know. Like I said, Raya and the Dragon, which comes out in March, is the only movie right now for certain coming out on Disney Plus via the Premiere Access. They gave no price. I put forward my idea earlier in the week or last week, and Brian was pretty down with it. That they should offer like a one-time tier upgrade, if you will. That being said, they have to come down on the price on a per movie purchase, and I don't think it's a good look a per movie purchase with Warner Brothers sitting there. Hey, you get it with your subscription.
Yeah,
and they
I
made
agree.
no attempt to message it as in a filmmaker her friendly package either. So, I mean, was that a mistake tonight, Brian, or at least a missed opportunity?
I think the calculation, this is my opinion, Mike, I think the calculation was they were going to take enough headlines with the Star Wars and Marvel trailers, with the Star Wars news and Marvel trailers, that they weren't worried about that. I think that was their angle, because by the end, I'm looking on Twitter and everything, that's all anybody's talking about. Oh, this trailer, that trailer, this announcement. So they sort of were able to sort of fly under the radar on this. And I think the reason they didn't name a price is they might not be sure what that price will be themselves, and maybe they're waiting to see. So like I said, they almost sort of held off on really declaring what they're going to do, and maybe that's the smart thing to do.
Maybe. All right, you ready to do this?
I don't know how you organize this. I was thinking about that. I was like, good luck, man.
I've got this. I've got this. You tell me. First off, ladies and gentlemen, there is a lot of information that LRMonline.com is going to have coming out on a lot of these movies. Brian and I are going to focus on Marvel and Star Wars, but there's a couple things I want short answers to. So I just need your take on a few of these are Disney remakes going straight to Disney Plus. Some of them are sequels, whatever. Hocus Pocus 2, excited? Yes or no? No.
Yes.
Okay. Remake, 3 Men and a Baby with Zac Efron.
Could be fun. Not really looking for it, though.
Okay. The remake of Cheaper by the Dozen.
No, I mean, it's gonna have to be. How many times are we gonna do this?
I just had to make a joke about it being like the third or fourth time it's being done. Okay. An animated Night at the Museum from Sean Levy.
That one's weird. I really got to see some footage. I don't know about that one yet.
Do you like the original movies?
I do.
I've only seen the first two. I never saw the third one.
I'm in the same boat as you, so
okay.
I did not see the third.
The fact that it appears that the super meta tunes not realizing or not realizing, but Toons living with real life characters, Chippendale Rescue Rangers. What was going to be a show now seems to be doing a full blown movie, but it still sounds like they're going with that real meta humor, joke within joke type stuff instead of a legitimate mystery Rescue Rangers. What do you think?
I was a huge fan of the show as a kid. I have a lot of hope for this. I hope it's good. I don't know if it will be, obviously, but this is one that I'm going to be keeping my eye on, definitely.
Okay. Hey, Zemeckis brings Pinocchio to life.
Don't really care. Haven't been a huge fan of a lot of the live action.
Yeah, but it's Tom Hanks. I'll watch him sit in a chair talking about like the weather.
I agree. He is amazing, and I'll probably see it. But yet again, I'm just a lot of those films. I wait and see, and but I haven't been excited about any of them.
How about we're getting Peter Pan in the version in by way of Peter Pan and Wendy. I don't know why we're having to do the and Wendy part, but Jude Law is going to be Captain Hook. Give two shits. Yes, no.
Movie or show?
It's a movie.
I don't really care.
It's live action Peter Pan.
Yeah. Okay.
Essentially.
Yet again, I got Hook. I'm good.
I'm right there with you. They announced a shit ton of prequels and sequels and shorts. There's all sorts of shorts that are coming. Lightyear is a movie coming to theaters. It is as if Buzz. It's the origin story of Buzz Lightyear, but the actual real Buzz Lightyear, voiced by Chris Evans. Brian, I know Toy Story is near and dear to your heart. Can you stand seeing the face of Buzz Lightyear without Tim Allen's voice coming out of the mouth?
I think so, because the way, correct me if I'm wrong, so this is, in fact...
I'm the only one.
This is within the context of the space stuff. This is not the toys, obviously. This is
not the toys. This is the real.
Yeah, no, I'm down for that. And I don't... and the fact that it's... because of that, I can separate it. I can separate it. I think I can. I like Chris Evans. No,
I do too.
I think this could be cool, man. I don't know. I like Toy Story.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. I like Tim Allen. So, anyways, there's a whole bunch of them, but please check out LRMonline.com. Like I said, they're like giving Baymax his own Disney Plus series, but Big Hero 6 already had an animated series, so I don't get that one. There's some Zootopia stuff, an Afrofuturism show called Iwaju, if I'm is that the one? If I'm not mistaken, I believe so. So, Iwaju coming to theaters or Disney Plus. Where is it? Disney Plus in 2022. Based on a it's a collaboration between Walt Disney and a Pan-African comic book entertainment company called Kugali. And Iwaju, which roughly translates into the future, science fiction setup, Afrofuturism, like I said. Don't see any stars. Zeke Nelson's director. Tiana's getting a series. Moana's getting a series. Dude, like, it's crazy. But get this. Willow's getting a sequel. Do you know what they're calling it?
I don't.
Willow.
Okay.
I fucking kid you not.
I don't
kid
know.
you.
That irritates me.
Dude. It's so not only is it fucking horror movies now, but Disney is fucking it's not even it's not a remake. It's a sequel. And it's got the same name, and unlike the horror movies, which they could at least be like, oh, we had 20 other movies, we just wanted to like really reset the naming scheme. Okay, sure, maybe I'll buy that. But Willow only had Willow, right? So now we're gonna have two movies called Willow, even though Willow is a sequel to Willow.
Like I said, the reason I hate when you do that, because every time that's done, you immediately then people put dates on them, and that irritates. It's like, okay, Halloween 2018, and that's what it's known as, and that bugs the hell out of me.
You have to open up your index cards, and
it irritates me.
Your Excel sheet. Did you upgrade to Excel yet, or do you still use index cards? Anyways, that's it. Where do you want to go, man? To Star Wars or Marvel? They saved Marvel for last, of course, but what do you want to do?
We'll talk about Star Wars probably more, you think? I don't have as much to say about Marvel.
Okay.
Because
let's go with Marvel.
There's some cool stuff to say, but, I think there's less to say.
But a lot of it we knew, but we did get to see some really cool new stuff that we hadn't known.
Footage.
So let's talk about the new trailer with WandaVision. Holy frack, was that not great?
Yes. I was already sold on the show completely, and now, I mean, that's the kind of trailer where I want to show people, like, hey, if you didn't know this was coming, check this out. I'm completely into this. Very excited.
What do you think about the character we believe is Agnes asking help get us out of here in the trailer?
Well, that's the thing I'm confused about. It is, I guess that'll be the twist. Is this something that Scarlet Witch is doing, not realizing it, or is there another force at work here? I'm very curious to what exactly is causing this.
Yeah, it's a real big. What is that noise? There's a noise. Hold on.
It's a ghost.
I don't know. That's weird. Anyway, it was interesting to see her reaction there, because she might be playing a joke and taunting somebody who is actually asking help get us out of here. I don't know. No. Monica Rambeau seemed to recognize Wanda. But Wanda didn't seem to recognize her, which was interesting. Which is like one of those, she grew up, knowing about superheroes, and so maybe she would know about Scarlet Witch, and she got sucked into their universe. I mean, I don't know. Can you make any more heads or tails out of anything from what you saw?
Not really. Like I said, clearly S.H.I.E.L.D. appears to be S.H.I.E.L.D. is on the scene. They know something's going on. They're trying to figure it out. Or is it S.W.O.R.D.? There you go. Same difference.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, S.W.O.R.D. Is that confirmed?
All but.
Oh, okay. We saw the space station spoilers in Captain Marvel, but yeah, like I said, whether or not it's Scarlet Witch herself causing this, or there's an outside force that we don't know about, is there some kind of secret we're not aware of? We know this is going to tie into the Doctor Strange, and where we're getting into this whole multiverse thing. So there could be more going on than we realize. I don't know.
Okay. I'm pretty stoked. January 15th. I can't wait. I really can't. I'm stoked. Now, allegedly March 19th, 2021, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Excuse me, Brian, tell us about that shield that has a very complicated history.
Dude, I want to say, and I mean this. I've said this about The Mandalorian. I've said this about a few other things that have streamed, but that whole aerial sequence at the end, even the footage before that, this is 100% a film quality, budget, yes. Everything. There's not even a hint of television production on this. This is a film quality. What was it? 6 episodes? Is that what he said?
Think so.
However many hours. This is just going to be a really long movie. I was blown away by it. I love spy stuff, espionage stuff. We saw Zemo in there. A lot happening. The costume. I love Falcon's cap costume. Sort of the combination of the two. Like I said, all the flying stuff. The action was crazy. Man, I'm there. I am there.
That looked so amazing. Yeah, the mask with the handprint, Baron Zemo, fucking 6 episode series, getting the U.S. agent, who will be I don't know if they're gonna call him U.S. agent though. They're probably just gonna call him Captain America for a while. It's gonna be interesting. We might even get a little bit of an answer about some more of how the time travel stuff works going forward in this, because the fact the shield does exist and Steve Rogers doesn't, or at least he's nowhere to be found. We know that the writers of Endgame viewed the Steve Rogers that we see dancing with Peggy, that he's dancing with the same Peggy that he left behind in the Prime timeline, while the Russo brothers and most people with a brain say no, he was in an alternate timeline, but by the time travel rules you wrote and explained yourself. Do you think this will clear anything up with Steve Rogers? Do we think? I mean, we're gonna have to get at least some name drops, right?
Yeah, it might. Because I don't know what the core conflict is going to be and how it's going to relate to the bigger MCU. We know. I mean, Zemo's there, so we saw that teaser before where he's in full costume from the comic, yep. Which would lead, if that's true, if they're going that route, this is big. This is world, spanning, possibly as far as secret organizations, if you will. There's been a lot of rumors recently about, like you said, the I forget the name of the group that they show.
Thunderbolts?
No, not the Thunderbolts. There's a group that's in this series. I believe we see them in the trailer, and I believe they have a name. I can't recall the name, but there's a lot of spy stuff going on. I'm very excited, and yeah, man, I'm stoked.
Okay, how about that surprise Loki teaser?
Didn't even know they shot that much. The shit looks done.
May 2021, allegedly. Loki set to debut. Holy crap! Did they make Loki? What's his name? CB Cooper,
Doctor Who,
BB Cooper, whatever. The guy that jumped out of the plane with the money and disappeared. DB Cooper, right? Isn't that it? DB Cooper, DB Cooper. Yeah, right. I got it. Yeah. The famous 1971 aircraft hijacking. DB Cooper was the pseudonym of a guy. He hijacked a Boeing 727 and then fucking jumped out of an airplane with money and was never captured, seen from, heard of again. And at the end of that trailer, you see him putting on sunglasses and a black suit, like in the DB Cooper image, and yeah, I think there's a lot of time universe travel going on. What, dude? Tell me what you thought about the trailer and what was going on.
Well, yet again, praising the production values. Like, well, okay, yet again, film quality. Yeah, definitely time travel shenanigans going on. I guess he's working with. I can't remember yet again.
He's in the Umbrella Academy's time group.
There you go.
Of Marvel, basically.
We had said, when there have been the last couple Doctors, even back when they cast Capaldi, a lot of people his name came up, Hiddleston. His name had come up. Would he be a good Doctor? Would he be a good, Doctor Who Doctor? And we're getting that. We're sort of going to get that, I think. Sort of a villain version, more like the Master. But yeah, I'm down. This is almost, like a Time Lord villain show. That's sort of the vibe I was getting, and I'm excited.
I just sent you in the
yes, I see.
Sky. You see now? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
I think that's fucking I think he is DB Cooper in that last shot. I swear to God. Think about it. He just jumped out of an airplane with a parachute and a briefcase. And with the sunglasses and dude, that's definitely really stoked about that. Okay, a lot of us were not happy with the animation, but a lot of us were interested in what we were seeing. What if, Brian?
Yeah, I saw that. Some of the stories ideas seem pretty cool. Did not like the animation at all. Will I watch it? It's going to be one of those. Honestly, you'll have to be like, yeah, it was really good. It's worth your time.
Really? Like just because the animation's that bad?
Yeah, and I don't really care.
What is it with Marvel not being able to ever do good animation? Like their Avengers cartoon animation sucks. Their Spider-Man cartoon animation sucks. Like since the 90s, it's sucked. I know some people like it. It's cool. It's fine. To each their own. I'm watching it because like the zombies thing, being in what looked to be Captain America Winter Soldier, not Captain America Civil War or Age of Ultron, which is what some people thought the zombies what if would be, but we'll see. Miss Marvel, you and I have talked about a little bit before. Anything to say about Miss Marvel?
I'm still waiting to see how they're going to pull off her power set. It's anybody who knows the character is basically Mr. Fantastic, and so I think you could tell an interesting story. It's going to be a kid in school, and I think she's going to have her friends, and there can be some fun stories. But as far as her powers, they're a little odd. I don't know what villain they're going to do. I couldn't gauge that based on what behind the scenes stuff they showed us.
Yeah.
We do know she'll be appearing in the Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel 2.
So
along with Monica Rambeau, who is another Captain Marvel. So yeah. You're right. Miss Marvel's going to be interesting in how it ends up actually ending up being done on screen, because her powers are fucking Mr. Fantastic. It's Mr. Fantastic, guys. It's female Mr. Fantastic, who's a fanboy or fangirl. Sorry, like that. That's it. Whatever. Or I will have to wait and see. I hope it's great. I do, but I, as of right now, don't really don't really care too much, you know. We have not seen her powers being used in the little sizzle reel. They, whatever. So yeah. There's that. I don't have anything else to say on that one. Anyways, Hawkeye, late 2021.
No, I already watched Arrow. I'm good.
So you really have no interest in it.
We've talked about this. I really don't. I mean,
I like Renner though, and I'm happy that it at least appears that whatever was allegedly going on is either on hold or settled or whatever, and we get to keep him at least for this, because I wasn't ready to say goodbye yet.
And yeah, he gets that opportunity now. You are right. I think bringing it, was it Bishop? What's the girl?
Yeah, Kate Bishop.
That's probably a smart move, because I just don't see how he could carry a series on his own. So bringing her in, I think, is a smart move. But no, I'm not really interested. We'll see. I mean, look, they could change my mind, but as of now, I don't care.
Combine that with the fact that I cannot pronounce her first name, Alaqua Cox. I'm guessing is playing Maya Lopez, who was the Daredevil villain Echo. And we got word 2 days ago that Charlie Cox's Daredevil is going to be in Spider-Man 3, which, by the way, I'm announcing I'm in Spider-Man 3, ladies and gentlemen. Now we've got a Daredevil villain, Daredevil. Does that make you a little happy?
No.
No, you don't think it connects at all?
If he pops in, then I'll watch. But no.
Not just for Hawkeye, just the fact that there you go is an identifiable Daredevil villain in the MCU with Daredevil himself coming in. I'm asking, are you excited to see Charlie Cox Daredevil get really part of the MCU? That's what I'm asking.
Only if he's truly given the opportunity to have a film, have another show. Little cameos, that's cool, and I'm happy for him, and I'm glad he's getting a paycheck. But no, I want him to be in there. If that happens, I'm down.
I think most want that.
So yeah, but the fact that they are setting that up potentially, that is exciting. Yes.
Okay. Cool. She-Hulk, where Ruffalo will be in it. Of course, we figured he kind of almost has to be at least in a flashback capacity. And Tim Roth as the Abomination. What do you think about that, Mr. She-Hulk fan?
I'm down, man. I think because when I heard Abomination was in it, I was like, oh, what's the angle going to be? And my hope is that it's not a combative one, not a she has to fight him. I hope he wants to be represented in court. Like that's where I hope that is where I want this to go.
Dude, Red Hulk is in this. We already know where it's going. We're getting this is going to be Thunderbolts heavy. She-Hulk's going to be Thunderbolts heavy. I'm just saying it. Nah, think about it. Abomination, Red Hulk, fucking yeah, it's going to be Thunderbolts heavy.
It depends on what they do. If they abandon the courtroom stuff, I won't be interested at all. I might not even watch it, depending on how the trailers are. I'm not looking for an Abomination show or a Red Hulk show, but we'll see. Again, they cast good casting. Yeah, I don't know. We're in this weird state where we're finally, as far as Disney Plus, we're going to go into more of it. They're throwing a lot of content out now, but now we're getting to the point where I'm not just me. I'm sure lots of people Now we've been bitching for content. We're finally going to get it, and we're going to be picky and choosy. And be like, yeah, I'm not watching that. I'm not watching that. That's just the reality of it. But yeah,
I don't. I kind of have to watch all of this.
Yeah.
But anyways.
But yeah, but the casting, I'm on board, and the specific image they used when they were talking about it, I was very, very pleased with.
Okay, very cool. I'm of course incredibly excited about Moon Knight. They said the multiple identities that live in him are distinct characters who appear against a backdrop of Egyptian icon. I can't say it. An Egyptian backdrop. This makes me think that they're going to do that thing where each personality has a different actor. Doesn't it kind of sound like that, or am I reading too much into it?
Was that a rumor or a theory?
It was a rumor.
Yeah,
that it was a possibility.
It might be. I thought it was weird.
See it that way.
They didn't announce any casting today,
No.
did they? That was a little weird to me. I don't know.
I would kind of like to see a different actor for each personality.
Was there a date on that?
No.
Anytime. Okay, so we don't know when. I would be cool with that. Yeah, I think that could work definitely. Yeah, they didn't. There wasn't much to it from what I saw, but as far as the announcement, I mean, the fact it is happening. But yeah, different actors I think could work.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead. Get angry. The God blessed Nick Fury show did indeed turn out to be something I hate, but people are right. I hate because of the way it was executed. Could be done differently this time around, and it's going to be in a show, and we know that it can't have that big of ramifications because the majority of the biggest heroes are not on Earth. I'm of course talking Secret Invasion starring Sam Jackson and Ben Mendelsohn, the latter of which is the Skrull Talos. Brian, were you... Just react. Whatever.
Look, I've complained in the past. I hated the comic book event. As a matter of fact, I disliked it so much. It was after that I really stepped back from event comics and sort of was a lot more picky and selective when, investing in the initial buying issue ones. I just didn't like the event. I didn't like the way anything about it. Do I think they can pull this off? I hope so. I'm not excited. I'll just be honest. I really don't know if I care. I love Samuel L. Jackson. I like his Nick Fury. Talos is cool. He's funny, and Captain Marvel, he was great in that. But what's the story, and do I care? Look, the way they've handled the Kree and the Skrulls, in my opinion, has been just, I don't care. And that's across the board in the MCU. And so I don't know that I'll be that invested in this. I don't know. Am I going to watch it? Probably, because I'm assuming that it's going to have an important impact on the MCU.
They're not going to. This is not going to have. They say Skrulls who have been infiltrating Earth for years. My guess is that we're not going to see a lot of heroes. Maybe some B-listers that we've never seen on the big screen before that are running around Canada or the West Coast or something, But we're not going to get a Secret Invasion on the scale of the comics, and thank God. Or I mean,
true. What do you think? Well, let me ask you, what is this show? Like, what's it going to be? Like, what is each? You know what I mean? Like, what is the? I guess the Queen. My assumption is maybe the Skrull Queen will be involved in some way. She keeps popping up, or returning in the comics. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't see where you could have. I mean, you're not going to have Thor, Cap, Iron Man, Spider Man. You're not going to have Doc Strange. You're not going to have like those guys aren't. You're not going to have them to be Skrulls, and in this show, so it's got to be B-listers. Maybe 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 that's the Defenders. They're Skrulls. They're the main group of Skrulls.
Iron Fist. There you go.
Yes. Oh God. Okay. Here's one that I don't care about because I never read any of the comic books. Ironheart. Were you surprised?
A little bit. I think we should talk about, because apparently there's a whole Iron Man legacy thing going on, because you have the Armor Wars.
She creates the most advanced suit of armor since Iron Man, and then yes, you are right. Armor Wars starring Don Cheadle as Rhodey, War Machine, must face what happens when Stark's tech falls into the wrong hands. So those two, we don't know any dates or anything for them, but I'm guessing they're going to go together, like you said.
Yeah, it looks like. Now, okay, here's based on the way they're presenting these things. Do you think these are going to be, so you have those are sorted together? The Secret Invasion, who knows what that'll connect with, but they're sort of having mini events wrapped on Disney Plus. And I don't know, it's not a bad idea. And you could be more picky and choosy. Like, I care about Iron Man stuff. I'll watch these. I don't care about Iron Man. I won't watch these. I don't know. Again, I'll keep an eye on it, but I'm not like super excited.
Okay. What about the Armor Wars thing for? Same. Okay. Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, Holiday 2022.
James Gunn equals yes.
James Gunn equals yes. Okay. I am Groot shorts. Give a shit? I don't care about shorts. Black Widow, we already know. Look, this is the big thing. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time on 2021's 4 films, Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals, and Spider-Man 3. We're not going to spend a lot of time on them because we know a lot about them. We know what their release dates are. Just know that Disney said that they opened the event with that each movie they're willing to look at the premiere access as an opportunity. Nick said on LR Mornings, I think it was, that he could see. No, it wasn't Nick. It was Cam at the beginning of our live stream yesterday. He thought he could see them dangling some of the TV shows, but pushing the MCU movies off a whole another year. I don't think they can do that, Brian. So if COVID doesn't lit up, if not enough movie theaters are open, do you still think we're waiting till May 7th for fucking Black Widow? And I don't know. This premiere access thing per movie, dude. Even if let's say they drop it to $19.99, so that's $20 for Black Widow, $20 for Shang-Chi, and $20 for Eternals, for example. Are you ready to shell that out to watch them on Disney Plus, Brian?
I don't want to admit it. I don't want to admit yes, probably. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't see them,
like you said,
the
you don't have a local theater. I do. I've got one 15 20 minutes down the road that I could theoretically go to in May for Black Widow. But it actually economically might be cheaper for you to get it on Premiere Access if they do that. Like you said, it's an if.
I think I'm pretty confident they're not moving the dates. I don't see them moving the dates again. I think it'll be a decision of whether or not to do premiere access or not, just theatrical. I think they'll make the decision when they get closer. And like I said at the beginning of this, it's felt to me like they were creating that wiggle room where they didn't have to declare it.
Right. They didn't talk price for Raya and the Dragon at all. We'll see. We know March 25th, 2022, Doc Strange. It will connect WandaVision and events from the upcoming Spider-Man film, which makes me believe that this is our crossover film, but is it crossover with Tom Holland's Spider-Man with new footage, I don't mean new footage as in, of course it'll be new filmed for this movie, but new as in prime timeline. Like, does that mean we still have Tom Holland at the end of the day? Nobody knows for certain, but I know you're stoked for that one just like I am, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Thor Love and Thunder, May 6, 2022, we knew about. July 8th, 2022, Black Panther 2. This is something we needed to talk about because they're saying they're not recasting T'Challa. T'Challa is done, and they're going to explore more of Wakanda and the characters in from the first film and in that world. I'll say my word first. I agree with Jammer that letting T'Challa go, I think, is wrong. I get both sides of the argument of, it's bad taste to recast, but it's also bad taste to let the character die. I get both, but I lean more towards it's bad taste letting the character die, especially, dude, off screen. Like it said in the live stream yesterday, I'd almost rather them CGI Boseman to kill him on screen than have an off-screen death. What do you think about Black Panther 2 going on without T'Challa?
I'm pretty much in agreement with you. I've thought about it. This is something I've thought about for months now because I've heard both sides of the argument, and I do get both sides, but to me, I just don't understand retiring that character forever. It's a great character, and I think you could recast it and somebody could do it justice and do it respectfully and in honor. I don't, yeah. And because now, so that's my thought as far as the casting. And in terms of the story, it's like, yeah, well, you're going to kill him off screen. And then, you know what I mean? Yeah. Even that feels icky to me. Like, I don't like that. So yeah, I don't, obviously this is the decision they made and that's what we're getting. So, but, no, I would have recast.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, there's nothing else to say about that. Blade, they didn't offer us anything new on that.
Yeah. So excited.
I like Blade. I still have reservations about the age of the actor they cast. Mr. Ali is 46. Why did I think he was? I think I had dyslexia because 46 ain't bad. Never mind. I don't give a shit. For some reason, I thought he was pushing 60. No, I did. I thought he was like 58 for some reason. Like I had seen it on back when he was first announced, and I had seen it, and I had never had because it doesn't come up that often in the news. And it was just something that had been in the back of my mind for a while. No, 46. I'm fine. Never mind.
I'm excited.
Carry on.
I love Blade. I love Blade. The casting for me is fine.
He was a great actor.
My only concern is a character like Blade in the MCU. We'll see how they handle it. The Blade franchise, the two good films in the franchise, were hard R films. They're not going to do that. I'm pretty confident, which is fine. You can do a good Blade without it being a hard R, I think, but we'll see. I don't want this. We could talk for hours about this. This goes again to my whole thing about the MCU. Okay, you're bringing in Blade. Well, where the hell are all the vampires? Like, now you're establishing this massive vampire lore, and within the Marvel comics, Dracula and vampires are a very real thing. And so that's interesting that we're going to be getting that.
Yeah. Crazy. Captain Marvel 2, who November 11th, 2022, who like I said, Monica Rambeau is going to be in this, who is in WandaVision, God, Amon Villani as Miss Marvel, as Kamala Khan. Captain Marvel was a fine, okay movie, nothing great, nothing to write home about. Second movie, these extra characters, any more excitement, Brian?
I just hope that they tell you've established what Captain Marvel is in terms of power level and her abilities, and now you've got to create a villain and a story that meets that. And that's my statement on this. It has to be worthy of a character of that power. So hopefully they get it right.
Okay. Yeah. Geez, there's so much here. Oh my God,
dude! I told you, man. As I was like, how are you going to do this?
Yeah, very, 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 very difficulty. I hurt. Next, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, including Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, Michael Douglas, Michelle Pfeiffer, and they recast older Cassie Lang with Catherine Newton, who was in Detective Pikachu. It's a different actress than played Cassie in Endgame. That was Emma Emma Furman, who played Cassie. So, what do you think about Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania?
Never been. I like Paul Rudd. Ant-Man's fine. Not a huge fan. My mom loves the movie, so I'll definitely see the next one because she'll want to see it. She likes Paul Rudd and she likes the Ant-Man movie. So,
I enjoyed both of them. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. We know about 2023.
Yep.
Can't wait.
Sold.
And then big, huge fucking news. John Watts on board to direct the Fantastic Four. Brian,
yes.
What do you think this means for the first family? Marvel's first family. As far as like ages of the cast we can expect.
They're gonna be young.
John Watts. I mean, yeah.
Good choice, director. Yeah, we got the little logo, which was nice. That's it. Besides that, trust in Feige, man. In Feige we trust. I think he's putting together the right people to do this.
John Watts.
Yeah,
man.
I'm excited.
You know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I'm not the only one to have this theory, of course. I'm just saying mine because it's my current theory that I'm running with. I think we're going to see a younger Fantastic Four that was lost to time in the universe in their younger ages sometime in like the 1960s, 70s, and they're going to come back.
I would be completely down for that. Absolutely. Yeah, sure. It'd be similar to because they disappeared for several years in the comics. And it was something similar where they were off doing something and then they came back.
Yeah. This is like shield files carried over to Sword. When they pop back into this reality, Sword freaks the fuck out and shit, you know? Like, oh my god, where the fuck have you been?
Yeah.
I like the little logo. How do you feel about Watts? Does it bug you that it likely means a young Fantastic Four again?
No. The Fantastic Four has to be completely rebranded, and they have to be likable. There's been a lot of damage to the franchise.
Yes.
And so I think this is a smart move, because let's think about another franchise that had a lot of damage done to it.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. And it needed some repair, and it was done. So there you go.
Crazy. Alrighty. Any last words on Marvel?
No, just like I said, the trailer. I was shocked by the trailers. Very excited.
Yeah, everyone check them out. Oh dear God, here we go. LRMonline.com has been telling you guys for a while about several shows that were coming out. We've been telling you guys about some rumors about some people that were going to show up in some of these shows from Lucasfilm in Star Wars. Okay. Season 2 of The Mandalorian, Cam and I have been calling shit all year long, based off of these rumors. KRT, Kessel Run Transmission, Daniel Rittman, lots of people have had these guys. Trust LRMonline.com. When we're wrong, we admit it. But when we're right, by God, are we right? Because, yes, Ahsoka's getting her own fucking series. Lo and behold, from Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. Oh, but that's not it. We're getting something called Rangers of the New Republic. Now, I wonder who that could be. Brian, who do you think would be a Ranger of the New Republic?
It's like, have we seen any Ranger badges lately?
I don't know. It's something like a Marshal badge. It's a Marshal badge.
Yeah, there you go.
That's similar to Rangers.
I think it's shocked me they're calling it that. I will say that was a little bit of a surprise, because there's been speculation of a show like this, but the fact that they're calling, they're just like, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't know, Cara Dune and Bo-Katan, they did not say this was their show, but considering Bo-Katan showed up in The Mandalorian, spoiler alert, Cara Dune was made marshal on of a town on that planet. I forget the name of it at the time, but she's working in official capacity of the New Republic as a marshal, not like a local marshal. And so, yeah, that's why we believe that this is the Rangers of the New Republic is our Bo-Katan and what's her name? Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I actually kind of got a little re-interested in Andor. What did you think?
So I saw there was it's like 2 minutes.
It's a sizzle reel.
Yeah.
Sizzle reel, yeah.
And it's, just a bunch of images and then some behind the scenes actual footage. And I have criticized, I've talked trash. I have to be forward. I've talked trash about the idea of this show for quite some time. Yes. I just didn't care. I wasn't interested in it. I think they sold me, man. Because not only did they really lay out what it is they're doing, and the fact they emphasized, this is spy stuff, which I'm into, but also, like you said, sets. They are shooting this as if this was a full production, like they did back when the OT was the last time you built, all these massive sets and the puppetry and all the different costuming, and I think they said 12 episodes. Am I right? Like, this thing's long. Correct? Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Check. I think they said it was 12.
The official stuff does not say 12 episodes on it right now. No, it does not say that.
But yeah, everything looked really just cool, and I'm looking at it like, oh, the way they have Andor, and I like the logo. It looks cool.
The logo was nice.
But I'm thinking of like, 24 in Star Wars. Like, that's like running in my mind when I was looking at some of the footage, and I'm like, I'd be all over that. So yeah, and this goes to some of those Marvel shows. Sometimes the initial premise doesn't interest me, but then you show me what you're doing, and I'm like, okay, you convinced me. This is an example of that.
Mon Mothma will be back in this. So that's kind of cool. Same actress that played her in Rogue One and the prequel. Stellan Skarsgård going to be in this. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So let's talk about 10 years after the least shitty of the shittiest of shitty trilogies called the prequel trilogy. Some guy named Obi-Wan Kenobi will have an adventure on Disney Plus featuring Hayden Christensen.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Hold on. They said, let me quote, and I'm reading the official Investor Day material right now. This is Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader. What the fuck, Brian?
So I have two thoughts. When I saw that, I was because a lot of publications are running that story hard right now.
LRM helped run that rumor, by the way. Hey, too.
Yes, y'all had it a while back, actually.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
Far away.
So this is my confusion. Either A, because I started thinking about the conversation they have on the Death Star, where I haven't sensed this in a while. Blah blah blah. So I'm like, did they meet up 10 years before? Like, in other words, did they meet up before, after Revenge of the Sith at some point, and he hasn't seen him in like 10 years? Or
do you want them to?
Not really. Or are they both a part of this story and they just never cross paths? So I don't know. I'm legit confused. I don't know, because they're sort of retconning a little bit if they in fact meet up.
Other than a flashback scene, which is still a possibility.
But they said Vader.
I know, so he's got to come out of the suit, man. or something. And he was only Vader outside of the suit for a short period of time.
Yeah, very short.
And you can't let Hayden Christensen voice Darth Vader. So and how tall is Hayden Christensen?
Well,
I know they let him be in the suit in Revenge of the Sith, but
he did it. I don't think he's that tall. I'm not sure, but they built a suit where he was tall, and it looked good in Revenge.
He's 6 foot. He's 6 foot. Yeah. David Prowse was only 6'3".
So it's doable.
David Prowse was 6'6". No, okay, so yeah, that's a big difference. That's 6 inches. But yeah, you're right. They built it so he could look the part. I don't know. No. It's one of the number one things I did not want in the Obi-Wan Kenobi. I didn't want anything from the past or the future. I didn't want Luke when they were like the rumors of trying to cast a young Luke. I was like, no, I don't even want to see him. Like, I don't even want Obi-Wan looking through a pair of binoculars at the hole in the ground the Lars family lives in. I don't want that.
I thought we were going to get a small little series where Obi-Wan maybe had a conflict he had to go deal with, but like you said, sort of away from all the, the familiar Star Wars stuff. It looks like now that might not be the case. I mean, I guess they get to sell more Darth Vader toys. I guess that's the point.
Yeah. All right. Anything else to say about Obi-Wan, Christensen, and Vader?
No, just that was the most confusing thing because I wasn't really sure. Yeah, I was a bit confused on what it exactly is going to be.
What does that
now.
mean by Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader? They showed some more of the Bad Batch. I don't care about the cartoons. Brian, anything to say on Bad Batch?
I didn't even watch the trailer. Sorry.
Okay. Star Wars Visions. Think the Animatrix, a bunch of short films, but done from anime creators. What do you think about that?
That could be cool.
You did not see any of the footage?
That. No.
Go check it out. Anime Star Wars is something I have seen before, and it's something I'm looking forward to seeing again. I'm going to skip a story. I'm going to talk about the Leslie Headland, the woman that made Russian Doll. We were talking about her Star Wars series. We don't know. We didn't know anything about it. She said it was going to be female led. Yada yada. It's called The Acolyte. Star Wars: The Acolyte mystery thriller. Takes place in the final days of the High Republic. Shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers. Are we gonna get my horror Dathomir movie or show?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I think we're getting a Witches of Dathomir show.
That could be pretty interesting, man. This was one of the oddest announcements in that it's one of those where there's nothing to really. I mean, it's all speculation. It's like the Acolyte, and we know the time period, but there's not a lot going on at that time in terms of what we have established continuity.
Right.
There will be soon. Yes. So yeah, this is the one where I think it's going to have a lot of speculation because we don't really know.
Yeah. High Republic era. I've been against it because they said it's 200 years before the prequels. I think they said, and that means Yoda's running around, and I love Yoda, but I don't want to see any more Yoda. Right, Brian? I mean, agree, disagree?
Yoda, you mean the Acolyte? Yeah. Yeah, I agree. That was my biggest. I wish they had gone further back than 200 years. But yeah, because this would be. They said this is the end of that era. So the books, I'm assuming, is the peak of that era, and then we're gonna. So was this 150 years, 180 years, 100 years?
I don't know.
I hope
but if this is the final days of the High Republic, then we're talking about the days leading up to son of a bitch. It is the Acolyte. It's gonna be Dathomir. It's gonna be Dathomir. This is the Darth Maul's TV show. The Acolyte is Darth Maul. For a galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic. This would be when Palpatine's senator, and I'm guessing the female lead is Maul's mom. Wasn't she like some important Dathomir witch on Clone Wars?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, the Dathomir witches are they're pretty. I mean, they were established that they're a major deal in the Star Wars universe now. And
that's what this is. I'm almost putting money on it.
You might be right, man. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yep. I am. I gotta write that down. The Acolyte um, uh, Dathomir. That'll be enough for me to remember to bring up to Cam later on today when we're talking about the Mandalorian. But yeah, anyways, a droid story, animated droid movie. I mean, did you watch the cartoon?
No, it's
droids.
I'm sure it'll be fine, but I don't.
Yeah. Did you see the Lego Star Wars holiday special yet, Brian?
I did not. No.
Brian, watch that this weekend. I'm telling you now, it makes the sequel trilogy better, and it's actually better than the entire sequel trilogy. I'm not joking.
Okay.
I will watch my new Star Wars is Rogue One, the OT, and Lego Star Wars holiday special.
That's great. You need to put that order out.
I'm not joking.
All right, I might watch it then. Okay, I wasn't even.
It is that good.
I knew it was out.
Look, there's a few moments of cringe. The cringiest is the Life Day setup stuff with like Finn. But what they do with Rey and Luke, what they do with Rey and other characters, dude, you're gonna want. I'll tell you this. I almost want it canon. Like change a couple of things, and I would take Lego Star Wars Holiday Special as canon. No joke.
Is Kylo Ren in it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I might watch it. I'm curious how they interpret.
Hold on. Let me make it better for you, Brian. Kylo Rens are in it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I might check it out. Yeah. Be
Okay, let's
watch, for Christmas.
let's finish up some of this Lucasfilm stuff, because there's a couple things I'm not going to talk about. More Willow stuff. Not Children of Blood and Bone. You guys are going to have to look into who that yourself. It's going to be coming from 20th Century and Lucasfilm. It is deals with a new hero, explores something original. Check it out. It's based on a novel by the same name, Children of Blood and Bone. I can't say anything about it, so that's that. Indiana Jones, Brian, from James Mangold, allegedly arriving July 22nd, or excuse me, July 2022. What do you think?
This one I just don't know. I hope. I love the franchise. I enjoy it. I didn't hate Crystal Skull. It's definitely got really bad moments in it, but it's got some great moments in it too. I am sort of happy that we're not going out on that film. So they do have an opportunity to go. We should have went out with the third one. Last Crusade was just a perfect ending. Perfect. That's how you do a trilogy. But
kind of like Return of the Jedi.
Yes, it's yes, it's got a great. It's just a great three. The three films work. They do their job, but we got the fourth one. So having a fifth one could be really good, and I hope it is. Harrison Ford did it when he came back and did Blade Runner. I love Blade Runner 2049. I love that movie, and he did a hell of a job in that film. He legitimately seemed to really care. He gave a damn, and he gave a great performance. And so if he can bring that same energy and really care, and hopefully they can do something really special with the fifth one. So let's hope.
Okay. We only got one last fucking Star Wars show to talk about before we get to the movies. Lando. Nick was so fucking excited.
Well, I have which Lando are we getting? That was my biggest question. Did they say? Because I didn't hear. I saw the logo.
Logo looks stupid as fuck.
And I'm like, okay, is this a um which Lando? Like, are we going old or young? I'm assuming young. I don't. Did they say?
I'm fairly certain. I don't know. No, because there was that rumor that we were gonna get old Lando going with that female stormtrooper.
Yes, I remember that.
Was his daughter.
Yeah,
so
that was a big rumor.
Yeah. I don't know.
Look, I like Childish Gambino, so I got to see him live. He's great. I don't know. It's one of those. It really does matter what are we getting, because it'll dictate, obviously what the story is. Are we going to get a young Lando hanging out and getting into trouble and doing crazy things, or are we going to get a Lando that takes place after Rise of Skywalker and that storyline? To me, that really matters in terms of what they're doing and whether or not I really care.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Solo. I don't care.
Solo was a shitty fucking
so and then to go back to that time, I don't know, but I don't know. We'll see. And I like, are we going pre-Solo? You know what I mean? Like, I have a lot of questions as to what exactly it is they intend to do.
According to the official stuff, they don't have any. And they this was all real scripted. I know it's Justin Simeon that's directing it. They. Yeah, no word on which Lando this is.
Yeah, because that's gonna, like I said, I like Donald Glover, and and him having a show would be cool, but I don't know if I don't know if I care about that period, and I don't know what the show would be, and so yeah, I just have a lot of questions before I make my true feelings on what they're doing.
Yeah. It could, if it's that, hey, let's go find your mom because whatever, I'm your dad story, fine. I'll take that over going back to the world of Solo. I like Donald Glover on Community, and God, I would wish. I almost wish he hadn't discovered or gotten big in music, because I wish he had done more stand-up, because the guy's hilarious. Dude, so
I love Childish Gambino. I love his music. Like I said, I have seen him in concert. No. Great performance.
To each, not taking anything away from his just a joke.
Well, that's the thing, he's such a, he's a writer, comedian, musician.
And I just wish he hadn't given up the stand up.
Yeah, his stand up's amazing.
Oh man, that was great.
That's where I knew him. That's how I originally knew him. Matter of fact, he had already put out a couple of albums before I even knew he was in music. Somebody told me, they're like, have you ever heard this? And I was like, no. And then I was like, this the comedian. And then, I was like, oh shit, this is really good. So
yeah,
I don't know.
All right, now, 2 movies from Star Wars are coming out. Taika Waititi is still, well, we don't know, because originally it was supposed to be 2021, but that ain't happening. So it looks like the next Star Wars movie we might get is a little thing called Rogue Squadron. Son of a bitch, Brian.
Mind blown.
Patty Jenkins is bringing us a new generation of starfighter pilots as they earn their wings and risk their lives in a boundary-pushing, high-speed thrill ride, and move the saga into the future era of the galaxy. Thank God I was right. They were wrong. Nanner fucking boo-boo. I'm joking, Mike and Nick, if you hear this. Nick wanted to see a Rogue Squadron take place between 4 and 5. I said no. Why? Luke Skywalker was a founding member of Rogue Squadron, even in the new canon. being a part of the conversation with Wedge when they changed Red Squadron to Rogue Squadron in honor of Rogue One in the comic books. So you can't do that. And then they're like, oh, well, what if Sebastian Stan is young Luke Skywalker? And I'm like, no, I want new. And then I argued against being between Empire and Jedi. And I said, you said it right after Jedi. Right after Jedi. Said it right after Jedi. And for the love of God, you don't have to do Mike Stackpole stories, but why not tell the mopping up of the Empire? Why not do the taking of Coruscant? Brian, what do you want to see from this movie?
Yeah, to me, it has to be after Jedi. I would think, you know what I mean? And like you said, it's no longer canon, but in the Legacy books, correct me, you read them all, I didn't. There's like other little mini wars and like a lot of crazy stuff going on for several years post Jedi, correct? That they're having to deal with.
Warlord herds and that's stuff that's canon even in The Mandalorian.
True.
Warlords
Good
and
point.
stuff set up.
Good point. So, no, I would assume it's post Jedi, and this shocked me. I mean, the name and everything. I was like, oh damn. I even like the logo with the X-wing. This is you are a huge Rogue Squadron fan, and I mean, damn, dude, they're making your movie, so yeah, I hope they do it justice.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I immediately reached out to Michael A. Stackpole, who many of you should know, wrote the X-wing novels, and he basically created Rogue Squadron as we know them. Okay, he really did. That being said, trying to get to the tweet. Sorry, I'm trying to stall. We were tweeting out a lot, so you guys can imagine I've got to scroll down a bit. Let me see here. I do really like that Fantastic Four logo, though. It's both new and yet really harkens to the classic Fantastic Four logo. But if you notice, it kind of has that Avengers A feel to it as well. Anyways, Armor Wars, Loki, scrolling down, New Republic. Okay, there we go. I tweeted out to him as soon as it was announced, hey, Mike Stackpole, are you excited for @Patty Jenkins, that's her Twitter handle, Jinx, to bring us Rogue Squadron in 2023. He said he can't wait to get the deets. Aaron Alston, Tim Zahn, and I talked about this sort of thing and how each of us would love to be an extra pilot, but this is really great. I'll be first in line. Of course, Aaron Alston is no longer with us. At this time, Mike Stackpole himself was tweeted by Patty Jenkins, or retweeted by Patty Jenkins, and she said that I hope we make you proud. Thank you for your inspiring work. Hashtag Rogue Squadron. Blah blah blah. He had a conversation with a fan, and basically said that Lucasfilm knows where he's at, but no one's reached out to him. I told Jammer that not having him on as executive producer to be a touchstone is a stupid Sony level fucking mistake. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, they've given Timothy Zahn
oh my god!
The ability,
write a new trilogy.
We're
gonna put your character in the fucking cartoons, in a fucking live action show.
Exactly. They brought him back in the loop, and he's writing all the new Thrawn books, and they're all canon now, and he's back in the family. So yeah, I agree 100%. The idea of space combat in the Star Wars universe, as far as what we were getting through the 90s, like I said, Stackpole. That's who did it. And so, yeah, it would be, I hope they at least, I mean, they got to bring him in to some degree. Whether or not he just gets a set visit, I mean, they got to do something. It would be a shame if they didn't consult him in any way. It really would.
You hear that, Disney? A fucking shame. A Sony level Ghostbusters 2016 Madam Web movie idea having Aunt May spy thriller planned movie having Sony level bad idea to not have Michael A. Stackpole involved in Rogue Squadron somehow, some way.
You did an interview with him, a great interview, and in that interview, he discussed how because you were talking about whether or not he had any involvement in Star Wars, and he talked about how not directly, but watching, I believe he mentioned Force Awakens. There's some of the maneuvers that the X-Wings were doing. He said, that came straight from the books that he wrote. And so he felt that when he saw that. So I do think that there are people involved with Star Wars that are definitely fans of his and that have used his material. I hope they reach out and they bring him in. And like I said, it would be almost it'd be insulting if they didn't,
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
I agree. So it looks like Taika Waititi's will have to wait till at least 24, if not 25, because I think they really, yeah, he is. They really did want to do 21, 23, 25, and 27. I think it was, and then COVID happened. So whatever. We did it, Brian. We made it through. We made it through. A lot of information, a lot to break down, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know in the comments below what you are most excited for from Disney, what you are most excited for from Marvel, and what you're most excited for from Star Wars. Movie, TV show, I don't care. And Disney includes Disney Animation, Disney Live Action, and Pixar. Just tell us what you liked the most. To tell us if there's anything that you were absolutely angry to see, like me being angry at a Lando story, because I initially assumed it would be the young Lando, but anyways, Brian, what was the most the thing you are most excited to see out of everything we just discussed?
Damn that.
No, I meant broken up on Marvel and Star Wars. Each one, most Marvel, most Star Wars.
For Marvel, the Winter Soldier and the Falcon Winter Soldier thing. Okay. That's I agree. By far
looks so good. So good.
For Star Wars, I don't know, man. I think the Ahsoka show. Excuse me, because I'm positive Thrawn's going to be the central antagonist, so that's just got me really, really excited. But that Rogue Squadron movie, if done right, holy shit!
Yeah.
So those two are sort of tied.
Who do you cast as Wedge Antilles?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Who do you cast as Thrawn? Shit. That's another one.
They said Mickelson's brother, the guy that does the voice, seems up to play the part. So why not?
Yeah, that would work. That would work.
I don't care. Let's see. Wedge Antilles in a movie immediately following Jedi. So I'm gonna want actors, but preferably they should be in their 30s. So let's look at best actors under 35. Actors 35. Let's see. What do we got here? Brian, Aaron Tveit. I don't know who that is. Grant Gustin, The Flash. No. Nah. I recognize this guy. Chase Crawford. What has he been in? Covenant, Haunting, The Boys. The Deep. The guy that plays the Deep. Wedge Antilles. I'm not against it. Sebastian Stan, Wedge Antilles.
Yeah.
I could do that. I could do that. Andrew Garfield, no. I'm tired of trying to put Joseph Gordon-Levitt in everything, so no. Dave Franco, no. I don't even know who some of these people are. I've never even heard of them. Chris Evans can't do it. Ezra Miller can't do it. Tom Felton, no. Chris Hemsworth, no. That guy's definitely not under 35 anymore. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I thought we could have a potential to have a conversation about casting Wedge Antilles, but the interweb has decided to give me actors and actresses that are definitely over 35, and I'm not interested in that. So yeah, that's gonna be it, Brian. We're done. We're covered. We're done. I'm done talking about
Alien
this
show, and it's always
Oh
Sony. No,
God,
we don't have to,
the Hulu shit. You want me to talk about that?
No, we don't have to go. There's so many to talk about, but yeah, there's.
Yeah, look, I did want to ask you about that and the fact that the Alien show was set between Alien and Aliens. What did you think about that?
It's FX. I've become even going back to The Shield, I was a big FX fan.
Yeah.
They put a lot of good stuff out there, man. So I think this could be something. I don't know exactly what, but I'm going to be keeping an eye on this completely with optimism.
Sounds good. All right. You guys know what to do. Check out the website, LRMonline.com. YouTube channel, subscribe. Podcast channel, wherever you get your podcasts from. Subscribe to that. And Brian, where can you be found at on the internet?
You can find me on YouTube. The channel is Pulp Mythos, PULPMYTHOS. That's one word. Reviewing shows like Big Sky. We'll be doing The Stand starting next week, and Your Honor on Sunday nights. So check it out.
There you guys go. You guys can find me at that Kyle Malone on Twitter. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll talk to you on Monday.